There we go. Dumelang kaufela and welcome to Let's Go Naledi. So today we are going to do the Go Challenge. So for those of you who don't know what this is, this was my Go Challenge. Last year I felt tired of living very boxed in and not giving myself permission to do things, and I decided to make a list of things I find interesting or things I wanted to try, and then for whatever period of time I wanted to try do as much as I can from this board and share my experiences with you guys. So let's start with beach day. Right over here, there we go, this beach day. So well, the beach day tag was more about having intentional rest or intentional time out. I tend to not intentionally take time to rest, so I'll still rest time through like Netflix or Facebook or like, you know, any other thing, but not at an appropriate time. So I'm supposed to be sleeping but I'm busy on Netflix, or I'm supposed to be studying but I'm busy on social media or whatever. So it's not intentional rest. I'm resting, but I feel guilty about it because it's not at set time. So the beach day was about taking a rest during an appropriate rest time, and it was amazing. It was great. If you guys haven't seen the video, I'll link all the videos down below for the challenges. So yeah, that was a good time to just intentionally rest. I will admit though, it's hard when you tell yourself like, yeah, it's my rest time. Like your head just doesn't want to shut down. It's all of a sudden you start remembering all the things you have to do and such. But it was fun to just go out of the house and go to a place I really enjoy going to. So right away here, me hiking. So hiking combines two things that I really like. I really like walking and I really like nature, so it really mixes the two together very well. Pushing myself and stepping out of my comfort zone. So sometimes when you go on a hike, the higher you get, well, closer to the summit, I feel that's when I always feel most tired and I'm just like, I cannot, I just cannot, I physically cannot go any further, and you really have to dig deep to get yourself to the top. And during the hike I actually recorded that whole part of struggling, and I was telling myself like, you know, keep going, you're doing this. And even once I go down the mountain and I come back home, whenever I'm going through a tough situation, I always remind myself like, you know, it's always hardest just before the summit. You need to keep pushing. You guys, I went to Japan. This Japan. So it was the first country I traveled to as a tourist. Korea, I live here, so yeah, it's not really tourist like, but anyhow, yes. So it was the first country I went to as a tourist, and it was kind of weird just going to a place just to look at sights and just to experience things. That was an interesting feeling, and I enjoyed the company. I enjoyed the sights, I did enjoy the sights. I didn't get to eat as much Japanese food as I wanted because it was expensive, so we lived off convenience store food most of the time. So the only Japanese thing I had was takoyaki, and it was good. Hopefully I can eat more. Yeah. If I forget, let's peel off the papers. Okay, so beach day. Beach day gone. Beach day, intentional rest, and happy day. That's beach day for me. And the hiking, was the fact that it's always hardest before the summit, and that's when you really need to push. And if I've made it up the mountain and I've made it past marathons, the same thing with life as well. The beginning is hard, the middle gets harder. Just before the summer gets really hard, but if you keep going at it, things will get better, I believe. So that was the lesson from the hike. And then we had Japan. Okay, Japan. I know people say this all the time, but it's so true. Traveling teaches you a lot about yourself and also about a place. I know there's a beautiful experience to just be able to even have that opportunity to go. So I was really, really happy for myself, and from the background I have, this was major. This was really major for me. I need to study. That's my only thing from TOPIK. I need to study. I'm kidding. I can't just half-heartedly do things. I tend to cram and then just regurgitate on the paper and hope to pass without really understanding, and that's just doing something for the sake of doing it and not doing it well. So I think learning the TOPIK test or studying the TOPIK test helped me to realize that I need to put in intentional effort, even in my studying. Intentional, consistent effort reaps rewards. Okay. And what's the other one? Kimchi. Learn the family recipes. Learn the family recipes. So he's always like, yeah, my great grandmother, my great grand aunt used to make this thing. Beautiful. Learn how to make it, because this is how traditions get lost. We don't learn and people pass on, and then we can't enjoy the traditions that were in our families. The big lesson is learn the traditional recipes in your family. Learn how to make them. Watch your parents making special signature dishes that their great grandmothers taught them. Try and learn them. Try and learn them. This is how you preserve culture, and this is how you further enrich yourself. Our parents won't always be around, and it's such a good time to learn and be able to cook those dishes yourself and be able to pass them on to your children. So learn the special dishes. Learn them. And that's basically it, everyone. So this is what my board looks like afterwards. I still have modeling, Excel, the wig. I have the wig. Jeju, baking, Korean, flowers, dance, snowboard, worship, and outreach. And I'll do those soon. So thank you everyone for watching, and take care.